In a land of rolling hills and ancient castles lived a young boy named Leo. He wasn't a knight, nor was he the son of a king. He was just a stable boy, spending his days with horses, dreaming of adventures he'd only read about in books. But war was looming on the horizon, casting a dark shadow over his peaceful village. The king's army was gathering, but they were outnumbered. Fear was a cold blanket covering the land. One evening, as Leo was grooming his favorite horse, a powerful white stallion named Nimbus, a weary messenger arrived. The enemy was marching towards the northern pass, a narrow and treacherous path through the mountains. If they broke through, the kingdom would be lost. The knights were brave, but they were too few to defend every front. Panic began to set in among the villagers. That night, Leo couldn't sleep. He thought of his family, his friends, and his home. He wasn't a soldier, but he knew the mountains better than anyone. He had explored every trail and every hidden path on Nimbus since he was a small child. An idea, both terrifying and bold, sparked in his mind. He wasn't strong enough to fight an army head-on, but maybe, just maybe, he could outsmart them. Before the sun rose, Leo saddled Nimbus. He packed a small bag with a horn, some rope, and a tinderbox. He whispered a promise to the sleeping village that he would protect them. With his heart pounding like a war drum, he rode towards the northern pass. He was just a boy on a horse, riding against an army, fueled by a love for his home. He reached the pass just as the first light touched the mountain peaks. From a high ridge, he saw them, a long line of soldiers, like a steel serpent snaking through the valley. Fear tried to grip him, but the thought of his family gave him strength. He remembered an old legend about a phantom herd of wild horses that haunted these mountains. It was time to bring that legend to life. Leo rode Nimbus along the high ridges, making sure they were seen but never caught. He blew his horn, the sound echoing through the canyons, making it seem like a whole cavalry was hidden in the rocks. He used his rope to rustle bushes and create dust clouds, giving the illusion of a much larger force gathering. The enemy soldiers, already on edge in the unfamiliar territory, began to slow down, their confidence wavering. His most daring move came at a narrow section of the pass. Leo had gathered piles of dry brush and leaves on the cliffs above. As the enemy vanguard entered the narrowest point, he lit the piles. Thick smoke billowed down into the pass, confusing and choking the soldiers. They couldn't see what was ahead or behind. Panic erupted. They thought they were walking into a massive, well-planned ambush. The enemy commander, fearing a trap that could wipe out his entire army, ordered a retreat. The steel serpent turned around and slithered back the way it came. From his vantage point, Leo watched them go, his small frame silhouetted against the rising sun. He had done it. A single boy, with his loyal horse and a brave heart, had turned back an entire army without a single sword swing. When Leo rode back into the village, the news of the enemy's retreat had already arrived. When they learned what he had done, the villagers hailed him as a hero. The king himself came to thank the stable boy who showed more courage than an entire battalion. Leo learned that day that bravery isn't about the size of your sword or the strength of your armor. It is about the size of your heart and the love you have for what you're fighting for. True courage is standing up for what's right, even when you're afraid. We hope you enjoyed this story of courage. If you were inspired by Leo's bravery, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more stories that touch the heart. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.